Hallihallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von Game of Thrones. Das ist die 4. Folge und ich bin, muss ich sagen, immer noch so ein bisschen überfordert von der Geschichte. Aber wir sind jetzt hier diese junge Dame. Ich glaube, das ist die große Schwester vom Lord Ethan. Und sie ist in Königsmund die Zofe von Lady Margarine oder sowas. Wer das ist, werden wir bestimmt noch kennenlernen. So. Also wir werden die bestimmt noch kennenlernen. Ich gucke mich jetzt erstmal hier in dem Raum um. Normalerweise mache ich das ja nicht, dass ich die Episoden mittendrin abbreche. Also, dass ich mittendrin eine Aufnahmepause mache, weil man dann ein bisschen raus ist. Aber ich war von der letzten Folge so, von den Geschehnissen in den letzten Folgen so überfordert, dass ich einfach nicht mehr hinterhergekommen bin. So, verstaubtes altes Buch.
Wonders Made by Man by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Roderick ist ja
I hope to see them all someday.
Ach, sie weiß das noch gar nicht. Oder weiß sie noch nicht, dass der Roderick und der Vater tot sind? Oder denkt sie nach dem Leben? Gucken wir aus dem Fenster
King's
raus.
Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Hat Heimweh. Ich glaube, die hat echtes Heimweh. Die junge Frau hier. Was haben wir hier? Ein Brief von Mutter. Das ist wahrscheinlich die Nachricht, dass sie helfen soll und Bruder und Vater tot sind und sowas. Menü, wieso? Hä, ich verstehe nicht, wozu es. Das kann man ansehen, aber sie macht dann. Okay, das. Jo. Gut. Na gut, dann eben nicht. So, Brief von Mutter. Schlechte Nachrichten wahrscheinlich.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Ich bin verwirrt. Keine Erwähnung vom Tod der Familienmitglieder, aber sie sagt, sie hofft, Roderick wiederzusehen. Also, vielleicht meint sie wirklich nach dem Tod, also im nächsten Leben vielleicht.
One
oder so.
moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Wer ist denn das überhaupt? Also, ja.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Ach, ein Putzjunge, okay. Oder auch nicht.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends.
Wieso ist denn der so neugierig?
I saw
denn
Lady
los mit
Marjorie
ihm?
just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
Aha. Worüber? Darf man das
They appeared to be
fragen?
having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. But I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
Das dachte ich mir schon. Ich wollte schon wenig vorsichtig
Genau,
sein,
richtig.
aber ich wollte ihnen auch ein wenig vertrauen. Wir haben ja auch eine wichtige Information bekommen jetzt. Königin Cersei redet über die Starks und Forrester. Die Starks sind ja jetzt weg vom Fenster.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping
Sind
there would
nicht
be
mehr die
time for
Herren
us
des
to talk.
Nordens.
Come, there's something we must discuss.
Es geht wahrscheinlich um den Eisenrat, also um die Bäume. Das ist ja die wichtigste Ressource
From the day you arrived in
des
Highgarden,
Hauses
I've thought
Forresters.
of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own.
Aber
What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief. But you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen.
ach
To
so,
have a
ja, der
handmaiden
war
from the
was, ja.
north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
Wer ist?
She
Diese
was very
Karamite,
pleased
oder?
with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
How did you respond?
I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless, she demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I cannot apologize, my lady. I'm not a traitor.
I know you're not, but you must find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Sie will, dass wir vor ihr knien.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Aus irgendeinem Grund ist ihr das wohl wichtig. Guck nicht so. Das ist unhöflich.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Das Spiel spielen. Ja, das kennen wir ja schon aus anderen Spielen.
Good luck.
Politisch reden, das kann ich. Kein Problem. Den Lackaffen spielen, ein wenig einschleimen, schön in den Arsch kriechen. Schön in den Arsch kriechen, das kann ich sehr gut. Ja, ja, Schauspielern. Kein Problem. Ach was, der Gnom, der Imp, der Zwerg.
You can do this.
Immer wenn die beiden zusammen sind, so ist das zumindest in der Serie, gibt es immer ein paar Streitereien. Und das wird immer sehr lustig. Was machen die denn da? Nanu? Na toll.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Ich
I am
verbeuge mich.
honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
Ach,
House
halt die Schnauze.
Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your
Also
family
eigentlich-
loyal to the king?
Eigentlich waren sie ja mit
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is. The girl can speak for her house.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Aha. Das waren aber keine Verräter, aber ich stimme ja auch
They were
nicht
the
zu.
wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Ich kann das gut, ich weiß.
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
The girl did say the loyalty was unwavering.
She has a talent for equivocation, yet I question what she really thinks.
Tja, Das wirst du nicht rausfinden.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end.
Naja.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his
Sag ich
armies.
ja. Es geht ums
I'm
Eisenholz.
told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Die hat
Forster
keine Ahnung.
Ironwood does seem rather unique.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
I won't dishonor myself, Your Grace.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei?
Es
It's
gibt
not as if she
Grenzen, die
fought
darf man einfach
beside the
nicht überschreiten.
Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Na, ich werde nicht über sie
I
richten.
won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If
Das heißt
there's
nicht, dass
a
ich keine
point to
Meinung
this,
habe.
I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define.
Ja,
The
und? Was
city
willst
alone
du?
is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves,
Was
pretending
willst
to
du?
be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts?
Was will die Alte?
You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question. Go on.
The king, of course.
Well
Sag,
said.
was sie hören will.
I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she?
Ja,
The
das
most
kleine Mädchen aus
dangerous
dem Norden.
handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl. But not
Ja, die
very
kannst du nicht
encouraging
einschätzen, ne?
either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Also eigentlich haben wir nur gesagt, was sie hören will. Zumindest am Ende. Der heimliche Star der Serie,
I'll walk you out.
Tyrion Lannister.
This may
Heimlich.
come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton.
Sollte er auch nicht.
We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Forgive me for saying it, but the Boltons have no honor.
Roose Bolton has many unique qualities. Honor is not one of them. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased.
Das ist
It
genau das, was
was
sie
quite
wollte.
the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart.
Oder
My
ihre
sister
eigene.
and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats, Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester.
Es gibt keine andere Option, das
Lady
ist es ja
Marjorie
gerade.
might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? That may be far too dangerous.
Übrig, ne?
In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Good night, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North.
Ich
King's
weiß.
Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Überall Schlangen, überall irgendwelche Leute, die versuchen, irgendwelche komischen Spielchen zu spielen, anstatt mit Ehre und Vernunft zu handeln. Anstatt einfach direkt zu sagen, was sie wollen. Nee, so läuft das hier nicht. Anstatt zu sagen, was sie wollen, wird irgendwie
Mira,
alles
I
hinter
was
Rücken
worried.
geredet. Ganz komisch.
How was it?
Jeder spioniert jeden aus, man darf
Cersei
niemanden
has a way of
trauen.
looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating. It went well. Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult.
Ach Quatsch, die ist leicht. Die ist ein
Lady
bisschen
Marjorie has spent the
egozentrisch.
entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding.
Ach, ja.
Of course, you and I are seated way at the back. Here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons.
Und?
Sir Jamie. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his. Sarah! What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour. Which I doubt is Dornish for wife. You'll get us in trouble. We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Das kommt auf den König an, oder? Ich meine, der
Would you marry
König ist...
Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Nein,
He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well. Which is more than you can say for his mother. I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms.
eigentlich
I
keine.
might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Das ist aber nett.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well,
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
this is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful.
Sehen Sie das
The
nicht?
Queen was pleased by your display, Mira.
Ich weiß. Das war mein
I'm just
Plan.
glad it's over.
Sie soll
King's
sich,
Landing
sie soll,
can be
soll,
exhausting
soll ruhig denken,
sometimes.
dass wir loyal sind. Das sind wir nicht.
There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Was soll ich so anderes sagen, ganz ehrlich?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
für das Haus Forrester, für die Familie.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Na gut. Mir gefällt das zwar eigentlich nicht, aber...
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother
Alle, die
fears our
Schnee
family
heißen,
will
sind
suffer if
Bastarde.
Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my
Fragen
lady,
schadet
and
nicht.
I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks. And now you would have me ask him to intervene?
Kommt, der Junge ist 12, der
Is
gehört
the
ins Bett um die
situation
Uhrzeit.
that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa. My mother feels it is urgent, my lady. She's unfamiliar with King's Landing and its politics. I hope you can understand that.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my
Sehr
lady.
gut.
I will send a raven to my family at once.
Wir haben gefragt, mehr können wir nicht tun. Hoffen wir mal, dass ihr Wort irgendwas bringt. Hoffen wir mal, dass Sarah nicht irgendwie doof rumplappert, ne?